China, a vast land with majestic mountain ranges stretching from north to south. Among them, there are mountains that are not only famous for their height or ruggedness, but also contain ancient legends, thousand-year-old temples, and scenery that changes with each season. From white cloud-covered cliffs to wild green forest valleys, each mountain is a separate world waiting to be explored. These places not only overwhelm people with their natural beauty, but also evoke a deep sense of connection with Eastern history and spirituality. A journey through these mountains is like a trip back in time, touching the ancient cultural roots of China. Let's explore the mountain wonders of China, where the earth and sky meet, and the beauty is beyond imagination. Calakun Scenic Area is an attractive destination in China, known for its pristine and majestic natural beauty. This area features towering mountains with steep cliffs that create stunning landscapes. The scenery here changes with the seasons, from lush green forests in spring and summer to the warm golden colors of the leaves in autumn. In winter, Calakun is covered with a smooth white layer of snow, making the atmosphere peaceful and mystical. The clear streams and clean lakes in the area further enhance its natural beauty. The natural scenery, combined with fresh air, makes it an ideal destination for those who love exploration and connecting with nature. Calakun Scenic Area is also famous for its mystical folklore. According to local stories, this area is believed to be the home of spirits and gods, a place where nature and the spiritual world meet. These legends make Calakun not only a prominent natural destination, but also a place filled with deep cultural and spiritual values. Wudang Mountain Scenic Area is a famous destination in China, located in Hubei Province. It is recognized as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO due to its majestic natural beauty and unique cultural values. The landscape here is impressive, with towering mountains surrounded by lush forests and deep valleys. From the top of the mountain, visitors can enjoy a panoramic view of the area with steep cliffs and clear streams flowing through, creating a beautiful natural painting. Along with that, ancient temples are scattered along the mountain slopes, creating a harmonious, serene atmosphere. Wudang Mountain is also linked to the philosophy of Taoism and is the birthplace of Wudang Kung Fu, a famous martial art of China. It was once a destination for high monks, Taoist disciples, and martial arts masters. The temples and shrines on the mountain are not only places of worship, but also centers for martial arts training and Taoist studies. Many historical events and legends about martial arts and spirituality have been passed down through generations, increasing the spiritual value of this place. The combination of stunning natural landscapes and cultural and spiritual values makes Wudang Mountain truly unique. Tashilhunpo Monastery, located in Shigatse, Tibet, is one of the largest and most famous monasteries in the region. The monastery was built in the 15th century and is the center of the Gelugpa school of Tibetan Buddhism. This is one of the major tourist attractions, not only because of its spiritual value, but also due to the beautiful natural scenery surrounding it. Positioned on a high hill, the monastery offers a magnificent panoramic view of Shigatse city and the majestic mountains around it. The monastery walls are decorated with colorful Buddhist patterns, huge Buddha statues, and valuable relics of Tibetan Buddhist history. In addition to its architectural and natural beauty, Tashilhunpo Monastery is also famous for its special religious festivals. During these festival times, visitors can witness colorful Buddhist rituals, solemn prayer ceremonies, and activities honoring the deities. Legend has it that this monastery is considered sacred, seen as a symbol of protection and spiritual guidance for the Tibetan people. There are stories that the Dalai Lamas and Panchen Lamas have stayed here, bringing peace and guidance to the generations of Tibetans over many years. Chingwa Valley is located at an altitude of over 13,000 feet and is known for its vast and untouched landscape. Tall rocky mountains form natural walls that separate this place from the outside world. And in the early morning, sunlight passing through the forest creates magical and surreal scenes. The terrain is rough, with many silver-colored rocks shaped by wind and water into strange forms like stone statues. Temperature changes between day and night can reach up to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, creating unique frost patterns on the ground and trees. Chingwa Valley is considered a sacred land where powerful energies gather. Many local legends say that this was once a place for ancient monks to meditate, leaving spiritual marks on the rocks. At sunset, people have reported hearing sounds like ringing bells or footsteps even though no one is around. Chingwa Valley is not only a travel destination, but also a place to deeply experience both spiritual peace and raw natural beauty. Yingchi Pine Forest Mountains is one of the most lush and beautiful mountain forests on the Tibetan Plateau, located at an elevation between about 9,000 and 16,000 feet above sea level. This area is covered by green pine forests, stretching along mountain slopes, forming a thick and cool vegetation layer all year round. The climate here is quite mild, not too cold despite the altitude, making it perfect for forest hikes and enjoying wild nature. In spring, when morning mist still clings to the leaves, the whole forest looks like a living painting, with light shining gently through the trees. Some people say they feel a soft, strange energy spreading through their body when sitting under an ancient pine. Shaman Mystic Valley is a deep, narrow valley surrounded by steep limestone cliffs and thick green forests where sunlight reaches only a few hours each day, creating a misty and mysterious scene. The cliffs create giant natural stone gates that look like entrances to another world. High on the rock walls are large stone holes called sky eyes, where sunlight shines through only on certain days each year. This valley has long been seen as a sacred place where the human world meets the spirit realm. Locals believe those who enter with a pure heart can feel supernatural energy and deep peace. The most famous legend tells of a couple who vanished while camping in the valley at sunset. Ruegai Swamp Mountains is one of the most unique highland swamp areas, located at more than 11,000 feet above sea level, where mountains and water blend together in a magical way. The winding mountains are not too tall, but stretch endlessly, covered in thick fog every morning, making the landscape look surreal and enchanting. A special feature is the swamp system hidden under green grass, making it feel like the ground could disappear at any moment. This has led many to call it the land that can swallow people. Locals believe it is a sacred place where ancestor spirits and forest gods live, protecting or punishing visitors based on their respect. Many pilgrims carry protective charms, burn incense, and stay silent when walking through thick fog areas to avoid offending the spirits. Some people said they've heard distant bell sounds in the swamp or saw glowing lights floating near the ground. Longtan Grand Canyon Scenic Area, located in Guizhou Province, China, is a notable destination with majestic and beautiful natural scenery. It is an area of mountains with towering cliffs, large waterfalls, and clear streams flowing through narrow valleys. The landscape at Longtan Grand Canyon gives visitors the feeling of entering a wild, mysterious, and captivating world. The trails along the waterfalls offer visitors the chance to admire this magnificent natural beauty. Every step in this area brings a new experience, from lush green hills to towering mountain ranges in the vast open space. Longtan Grand Canyon is also tied to legendary stories of brave warriors and gods protecting the area. According to legend, this area is the home of powerful gods who fought and defended the land from invading forces. People believe that Longtan Grand Canyon is not only a natural scenic spot, but also a sacred place where the strength and protection of the gods still exist. Zhonggu's Secret Valley is seen as one of the most mysterious and isolated valleys, where the landscape and plant life seem unchanged for centuries. Giant, ancient trees have roots taller than a person, covered in moss and lichens, making the forest look like a living piece of prehistory. Many have heard faint singing or calling from deep in the forest, even when no one else was around. Some areas have soft ground that feels like walking on something alive, adding a dreamlike sense of entering another world. When tapped, some rocks here give off a long, ringing sound like a bell, a strange echo with no clear reason. The scenery can change in minutes if the weather shifts, from bright to dim, as if you're living in a movie that keeps transforming. One traveler said that deep inside the valley, they felt someone watching them from behind, but when they turned around, they only saw thick mist and silent trees. Tianmen Mountain's scenic area is one of the most famous destinations in China, located in Zhangjiajie City, Hunan Province. This mountain is known for its stunning natural beauty, with towering limestone peaks and gigantic cliffs. One of the most unique features of Tianmen Mountain is the Heavenly Gate, a natural archway located at the top of the mountain, creating a striking landscape. To reach the Heavenly Gate, visitors must pass through a long road with 99 winding turns, offering a thrilling and challenging experience. The scenery here changes with the seasons, with spring and summer offering lush green forests, while autumn and winter are covered in mist and snow, creating a mystical beauty. Tianmen Mountain is not only famous for its natural beauty, but also holds deep spiritual significance. It is considered a symbol of the connection between humans and the divine. The temples and religious sites on the mountain attract worshippers and visitors seeking peace in their lives. One famous legend associated with Tianmen Mountain is the story of the gods who protect the place, creating a sacred and mysterious atmosphere. Furthermore, Tianmen Mountain has been the site of many religious events and ceremonies from ancient times, offering visitors a profound spiritual experience. Yunqiu Mountain is a famous mountain located in Henan Province, China. With an elevation of about 4,430 feet above sea level, Yunqiu Mountain boasts magnificent and mysterious natural scenery. The landscape here is unique, surrounded by lush mountain ranges, deep valleys, and primeval forests. The waterfalls cascade down from high above, crystal-clear streams flow, and bizarre rocks create a perfect, natural picture. Especially the mountain is often covered in mist, creating a hazy and mystical atmosphere. In addition to the stunning natural scenery, Yunqiu Mountain is also famous for its legends and spiritual stories. One famous story tells of gods who once practiced and preached here. Locals believe that Yunqiu Mountain is where the gods stopped and left peace for the people. Many monks also believe that by coming to Yunqiu Mountain, they can achieve enlightenment and inner peace. The legend says that those who come to the mountain to pray will receive protection from evil and have a smooth and peaceful life. These stories have added to the mystery of Yunqiu Mountain, making it not only a beautiful natural site, but also a place with deep cultural and spiritual significance. Diaotang River Mountain Pass is one of the most beautiful and mysterious mountain passes, where the Diaotang River flows through towering peaks. The massive limestone cliffs, rising thousands of feet, create spectacular and rugged landscapes. The Diaotang River flows through narrow gaps, its clear water winding around rocky outcrops, creating peaceful yet majestic landscapes. What makes Diaotang River Mountain Pass special are the mysterious legends tied to the land. Locals believe that this pass is a place where the real world meets the spirit world. Luolong Sealed Rock Forest is a giant natural stone forest where hundreds of limestone pillars rise from the ground, creating a wild and surreal landscape. Between the pillars are narrow, winding natural paths, like a maze leading deep into the sealed stone zone. Some rocks have straight grooves that look like they were cut by sharp tools, a mystery that has never been explained. Locals believe this is sacred ground, once chosen by hermits to meditate and absorb energy from the heavens. The most famous legend is about a man who tried to find the path to the sky inside the stone forest. After he disappeared, no one saw him again until a group of explorers found a faint carving of a human face on a stone deep inside. Villagers believe he was sealed into the rock by a supernatural force for crossing forbidden limits. Shaosu Ice Valley is a majestic icy valley located in a high mountain region where cold weather creates magical and rare landscapes. In winter, the entire area is covered by thick snow and ice layers up to dozens of feet deep, turning it into a sparkling white world. The steep cliffs are frozen, and waterfalls turn into giant ice columns with emerald green or pure white colors under the sunlight. When light hits them, the whole valley glows with thousands of shimmering ice crystals, making it feel like a frozen palace in the wild. Though it is just a legend, this story has been passed down through generations, making Jiaosu Ice Valley not only a destination for nature lovers, but also a place filled with the legendary soul of the frozen mountains. Luke Snow Basin sits at more than 13,000 feet and is a snow-covered basin surrounded by curved mountain slopes. Each morning, clouds float just above the ground and reflect the soft sunlight, creating a scene like a heavenly land. Ancient glaciers run through the rocks, forming pale blue lines that shine under the sun and make the whole area look silver. In spring, when the snow starts to melt, thousands of wildflowers bloom on the remaining snow, turning the place into a colorful, natural painting. In this silent white land, ancient stone platforms appear with a unique design, round stones stacked without cement. Many of the large stones are carved with spiral symbols, sun shapes, and strange figures whose meanings remain unknown. A legend tells that long ago, during a harsh winter, a nomad lost his family in a snowstorm in this basin. He stayed for 3 days and nights, praying to the snow god in freezing cold. People only found his footprints leading to a large rock shaped like a kneeling person. Since then, locals believe he became the Snow Bearer, a spirit guarding the purity of this sacred land. Zhongjia Ghost City Cliffs is a giant cliff formation with strange shapes and a mysterious atmosphere, always covered in mist, creating a surreal scene like in legends. The cliffs rise hundreds of feet high, eroded by time into shapes that resemble human faces, ghostly figures, or abstract forms that make visitors feel like they are entering a cursed city. Beyond the natural beauty, this place is tied to many mysterious legends. People believe it was once a sacred ritual site used to trap spirits of the dead, and spiritual energy still remains. Some visitors have heard footsteps or whispers coming from the cliffs, even when no one was around. Others reported feeling sudden chills or having electronic devices malfunction deep in the cliffs. For this reason, people often carry protective charms and avoid shouting or touching rock shapes that look like humans. Pumi Sacred Ridge is a majestic mountain range with a sacred beauty on the Tibetan Plateau, featuring sharp, snowy peaks rising over 16,000 feet above the clouds. In winter, the entire ridge is covered in glittering white snow like crystal, while in summer, it sinks into a soft mist, creating a dreamlike view. The long slopes are covered with moss and wild grasslands, forming a space that feels both lonely and full of life. The terrain includes wave-like stone layers, blade-shaped peaks, deep gaps, and curved valleys, creating a unique balance between rugged beauty and spiritual symbolism. The landscape is impressive not only for its height and power, but also for the complete silence, where the wind through the rocks is the only sound of nature. According to ancient legend, this ridge is where a god came down to Earth during a night with a comet in the sky. The god carried a sword of light to clear evil spirits and bless humans, then became part of the mountain, and now rests within it. People believe that during a blood moon, if you stand in front of a deep gap in the mountain, a red flash will appear where the sacred sword sleeps. Khufu Ming Ancient City is one of the oldest and most famous cities in China, located in Shandong Province. This city stands out for its historical beauty, as it is the birthplace and hometown of the great philosopher Confucius. The landscape in Ming ancient city is unique and charming, with ancient streets, red-tiled roof houses, and significant historical sites. The ancient houses with typical architecture and old city gates, along with strong city walls, create a beautiful picture reflecting China's long-standing culture. The surrounding scenery of the city is equally attractive, with quiet gardens and green spaces offering a relaxing atmosphere to anyone visiting. Especially, the city is home to structures like the Confucius Temple and famous historical sites related to his life, attracting many visitors from both inside and outside the country. Besides the beautiful scenery, Ming ancient city is also rich in interesting legends. According to the legend, Confucius used his wisdom and morality to teach the people, helping them live better lives and build a just society. The people here believe that his spirit still exists in the buildings and landmarks associated with his life, creating a sacred and meaningful space.